What's up, everybody? Garrett back here, and it's been about 2 weeks since my last video. I apologize, but what I have today is I have my physical media haul for the month of April. Now, it's been super crazy and hectic over here. That's why I haven't been pumping out videos, and as you see by the haul today, I haven't really got too much recently. So the last month has been pretty crazy. I just haven't been able to pick it up, but I do have some pretty good stories with the stuff that I did pick up. And the first thing was recommended to me in a chat during the stream that I did with Wes over at Dead Pit for the Rob Zombie retrospective and all the different movies he'd made in their physical media releases. So between that and the Halloween retrospective that we did, you know that I was a big fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween when it first came out. So therefore, I had all these different editions of the film in part 1 and 2 that came out on DVD and the Blu-ray box set that came out from Scream Factory. But what I didn't realize is that they actually made a double feature from a random company called Alliance that has part 1 and 2 on Blu-ray of the theatrical versions. And I guess this is the only way to get both the theatrical versions on Blu-ray is with this little double feature set. And I figured this would be a cool way to kind of go back and watch the movies like I did in the theater. All right, so speaking of Halloween, the next one that I got, I have not checked this out yet, but there's a guy in one of the Facebook groups that I belong to that makes these cool little Halloween type editions. I showed one last month. It was the Sandman cut, which was part 1 and 2 of the original Halloween kind of spliced together and made into one giant movie, utilizing some deleted scenes and stuff like that. So this is the next one he came out with that I thought was pretty cool, and it was actually the Loomis Cut. So as you can see here, what this is he kind of spliced together parts 4 and 5 and 6 of the Halloween franchise to make one long movie with all Dr. Loomis appears in, and we call it the Loomis Trilogy. So pretty well done. Like, the artwork is awesome. It's got cool artwork on the disc itself. There's some reverse artwork here. This is really, really cool, guys. If you want to shoot me a message if you're looking for this, I can probably get you his contact info. But this is the second one that he's done so far, along with that first Enter Sandman cut of part 1 and 2. So I'm kind of looking forward to checking this out. I talked to my buddy who also got a copy of this that really, really liked it. So definitely cool to add this into my collection. All right, so the next two I got was actually from Severin during their little sale that they had going on. And I got Day of the Beast, the 4K. Now, I had never seen this movie until I bought this. And I'm going to say I kind of enjoyed it. I'm going to say I think I need to rewatch it. It was a little hokier than I thought it was going to be. By the trailer, I just thought this was going to be really cool. The effects were really cool, but it was a little comedic, and I wasn't expecting that going in. Maybe a lot of you that know this knew that, but I didn't. So when I bought this, I wasn't expecting all that comedy. I did think the story was pretty good, but I think it's something I have to go back and watch when I don't have a different mindset going in. The next one I picked up was Nosferatu in Venice. I have never seen this movie. I still haven't watched it yet, but let me know down below what you guys think of this thing. It sounds a little bit funny. It's supposedly the sequel to Nosferatu, so I'm a little bit excited to kind of check this one out. I don't expect too much, so I'm not going into it with high expectations. All right, the next one I want to talk about was from Massacre Video. They had a limited edition release of a couple movies that they put on Blu-ray, and the one I picked up was Toxic Zombies. Now, I know this has a lot of mixed feelings about it. Let me tell you this. It went by the name Blood Eaters as well. This movie was something that my uncle showed me when I was at a young age. He said he saw this in the drive-in back when he was a kid, and he was really into it. I mean, huge horror fan, huge zombie fan. For whatever reason, he really, really liked this one. He said when he saw it was called Blood Eaters, and he had the DVD of this. He had given me a DVD of this in the past. The quality was pretty trashy, so that's why I definitely wanted the upgrade. And I can remember a long time ago, I think I was like a teenager. We were working out in his basement, and he had it on. And I kind of thought it was pretty cool. But again, it's been about 15 years, maybe a little bit more since I've seen this. But it was finally released on Blu-ray, so I said, you know what? I need to upgrade the DVD I have just due to quality purposes. He was a big fan of this movie and still is, so I thought maybe this was a lost hidden gem that I vaguely remembered when I watched it at the time. And I never revisited the DVD just because the quality was so bad. So now was the perfect timing for me to get this. And it was limited edition. So I was like, you know what? I want to pick this thing up. And I put this in and started watching it. Listen, I don't think it was the best job done here. I know that the quality on the DVD was pretty poor. It's still very, very grainy, and there's a lot of the lines in the film. Now it says here that this was scanned from 35mm prints and officially a 4K scan. I thought the sound was really good. I mean, besides the crackling that you hear of the film. But the one thing here that I did not like, and again, I didn't finish watching this just because of time and what I was doing at the time. So I just wanted to kind of check out the quality of it and see how it was. But what I didn't like is that there's closed captions on this and you can't get them off. So if anybody has this and they know how to get those things off, let me know. I had chatted with my uncle who also bought this, and he said they were embedded in the film. So the print that they used, it was embedded in there. So he doesn't think there's any way to get this off. And, you know, the movie's in English and the subtitles in English, so I wasn't a big fan of that. That kind of turned me off completely from this. Just the idea of not being able to turn those off and having to see them on the screen as you're trying to listen, just was kind of a bummer to me. So do I recommend this? No. Again, the quality is better than the DVD, but like I said, all those other issues that I saw, I'll probably go back and try to finish this just because I want to see if the movie itself lives up to, you know, my memory of it back in the day where I kind of liked it. But yeah, it's just kind of a bummer that there was some of those issues with this. And like I said, if anybody has this and they know how to fix that closed caption issue, let me know. So a couple more that I have actually all came from the same place. So being in New England, I'm probably about almost 2 hours away from Vinegar Syndrome's kind of home base. And they have this store called The Archive. And it's pretty damn cool. I think I'd mentioned this before. It's my second time there. And, you know, I went down sometimes and I just kind of check out what they have, especially when Vinegar Syndrome has like a drop or a sale. It's just a lot easier for me to go down there. And the prices are a little bit better there. You don't have to worry about shipping. And they usually have a lot of things in stock that might be out of stock on the website. So, you know, every couple months I try to drive down there and just kind of haul up. And they don't just have Vinegar Syndrome. They have a ton of other things. But unfortunately, when I went last time, it was kind of almost in the middle of the month. So the new stuff hadn't come out yet. And there was a lot of stuff that was already sold out. Mainly some of these Severin prints that I talked about, I was hoping to grab there, but they were already gone at that point. So regardless, I was able to get them anyways. But what I did pick up there, I'll show you now. So the first one is from MVD, and it's called Mind Games. Now, I have never seen this movie. As you can see, I haven't even opened it yet, but it looks like some kind of 80s slasher, and I want to know if anybody has an opinion on this. Let me know down below if Mind Games was a good one. This was definitely a blind buy for me, and I haven't been able to check it out yet, but I'm kind of excited for it. It seems like something that might be right up my alley. Let me know. Now, the next one is from Vinegar Syndrome. Actually, it's from one of their partner labels, Fun City, and that's a movie I Start Counting. I had kind of held off on this for a little bit. It was in my cart, out of my cart. I checked out the trailer, looked pretty cool. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this one up, but I kept hearing good things about it. So when I was at the archive, I saw it there and I looked on the website and it was actually kind of starting to dwindle down in copies available. So I wanted to grab this before it went out of print. I was able to get the slipcover as well. I have not watched it yet, but again, down below, let me know what you think of I Start Counting. The next couple I picked up were from Vinegar Syndrome as well, and they were some of their newer releases that they just kind of announced within the last couple months. The first one I grabbed was a movie called Fear. It was like a 1990s movie. Listen, this is very 1990s. I actually did watch this the other night, and it reminds me of like a movie that would have been on late at night on a Saturday night in the 90s, maybe on like USA, very late. It was pretty cheesy. Do I recommend it? I can't say yes. I'd have to say no. It felt long. I just kind of like the idea. It was just very made for TV's 90s. I don't know if this was in the theater at all. It may have been, but it felt very, very like mid to late 90s cheese. It's this character. He's basically made of wood, and as you can see here, and he kind of opens up people's fears. And I just couldn't get past that this guy reminded me of Robin Williams from Bicentennial Man so much that I almost couldn't even take him serious. Like, I know he was kind of supposed to be creepy, but he was very comical to me. So I don't know. I don't think I would pay for this again. I have it in my collection. Cool. You know, we know with Vinegar Syndrome, it's hit or miss. There's some really cool ones in there. I think I talked about last month, like The Caller, which I had never seen before, and I watched it and was completely blown away by it. This one didn't do it for me, but if you want to check out the trailer, The Fear, and kind of get an idea for yourself of what you're looking at here, but tell me this does not look like Robin Williams in Bicentennial Man, this character here. Let me know. Okay, the next one is a movie, Hitcher in the Dark. It's got a cool slipcover here with the glare on his sunglasses there. I think I'd seen this a long time ago. I thought for sure I had this on DVD. It came in one of those like triple packs that they used to have with like 3 different horror movies in it. I'm trying to think who put it out. Maybe Shriek Show used to put them out. And I was looking through my DVD collection and I did not have this. And I thought for sure I did. So based on the fact that I did not own this is the reason that I bought it. Now, this is the DVD art that I remember. So it was so funny to me. I'm like, did I sell it? Did I watch it, not enjoy it, and trade it? But I could not for the life of me find this in my collection. So again, I haven't opened it yet. I am not sure if I've seen this. I watched the trailer. It looks somewhat familiar to me. But I wanted to make sure to grab it again just because I don't think it's in my collection. It might be worth checking out and adding into my collection. Okay, and the last one is Rush Week. Now, look at how beautiful that artwork is, that slip is. As you can see, look, it matches. This is perfect, man. Matches this nice shirt. Look at this. Now, if you like this shirt, it's Mac and Me, and it's from Studio House Designs. It's pretty cool. I think it was a limited edition, but look at that sleeves there, man. Coke, McDonald's. I mean, how cool is that? It's a Mac and Me long sleeve from Studio House Designs. And it matches the last one we're going to talk about today, which is Rush Week. Now, I did watch this. I had this on DVD. I still have it on DVD if anybody's looking for it. But the quality was not great. It was very low budget DVD. So I talked about this before. There are a lot of times I like to upgrade some of these really bad quality DVDs because it almost makes me feel like I've watched them for the first time. Case in point, Tourist Trap. The DVD was so dark and so bad, I never really cared for it. And then when I upgraded it and watched it again, I absolutely loved it. It was almost like I had never seen it before. So same thing kind of happened here with Rush Week. Rush Week is kind of almost like, to me, it reminds me of like an 80s teen comedy mixed with some slasher. So I definitely think this is one to pick up from Vinegar Syndrome. I grabbed it at the archive as well. And if you guys who haven't tried this one out yet, definitely check it out. I think this is one that should definitely be in your collections. All right, gang, so that is it. That is everything I picked up in April when it comes to physical media. Again, it was a little bit of a smaller haul this month, which financially is probably a good thing. And I'm not sure what is in store for May, but I do know that I am back on it and I've got some videos coming up. I'm going to talk about some things that I picked up outside physical media. I'm going to talk about some things from my collection. I have a couple rad recommendations coming, which is the show I love to do, which is almost like a video podcast where I take people from the movie and horror and collecting and nostalgic and 80s community on social media or YouTube or Instagram, and we kind of just chat, and we chat about things like maybe movies that we both really like that needs to be talked about a little bit more. Maybe it's something that's not so mainstream that we want to kind of win people over with. Maybe we talk about just collections, but again, rad recommendations is my favorite thing to do here, where I just talk to other people in the community and we just kind of chat and establish relationships and just create one big community. But yeah, I have a couple lined up. I have one this weekend as well, so keep your eyes peeled. So like I said, make sure to subscribe, follow, ding that notification button, because I love going live and streaming, so I definitely am going to be popping on and doing some Q&As and stuff like that. So I want you guys here. I love when the chat is lively, and make sure you hit that notification so you know exactly when I'm going live. And again, thank you guys for checking this one out. I'll see you guys very soon, and like I always say, stay